Well, today's video has been the deep dive in conversation that I did not know was going to happen. I am really having trouble being upright at the moment, but if I can just get this yarn dyeing done, I'll be that step ahead and ready to go when I rise up from my crash. Today's video is sponsored by the Strucket, as I'm going to use this to rinse and strain my yarn. I feel like Emmerich's blanket could do with a bit of a lift, so I'm going to add yellow into the mix and just hope that that's the answer I'm looking for. I've actually forgotten to tell you that we're not going to take our caravan travelling this winter. The price of the petrol is the first problem. And then secondly, there are issues with being stuck in certain places. And you know what? This winter has just been really weird. I mean, it's not winter. We have temperatures like 24 and 25 degrees. It's humid, I'm hot. Things are odd. Now, normally grey skies and gloomy skies don't worry me, but I now understand that it's because I have tipped myself over my line in the sand that it is actually affecting me this year. Normally I revel in it. I love it as a change to all the bright sunlight that we get. But at the moment I'm really struggling with the grey. So I know now how some of you feel. There's a few of us that I know who are struggling. As I talk to you in the comments and in your emails, I love chatting to you and I love knowing I'm doing this life alongside of you as well. But it's not good when we all hit the deck. Not all of us, just some of us. Because we really want to keep going and we want to keep crocheting and joining in. But the good thing is, you can just watch the videos until you're feeling better. So let me just speckle this and I'll get back to you. So instead of going in the caravan, we're going to make our way up to Townsville and see the kids because we're missing them so very much. Even though I'm struggling, I've chosen to caffeinate myself and medicate myself to push me through this because I really want to have the yarn dyed so I can take some with me to Townsville and keep on going with this sock yarn blanket. Hitting the wall is partly my own doing. Because I live right on the edge, my baseline level is on the edge. Lots of you would know what I'm talking about. So when something happens, be it physical, emotional, or whatever, it tips me over the line in the sand. That's the way I describe it. So last weekend, I went for a big walk along a break wall with my kids and pushed them on the swings. And after that, I felt it well and truly. So then on Wednesday, hubby and I cleaned our ensuite. So that really exacerbated the problem. My right shoulder blade was burning with nerve pain and I really wasn't feeling great at all. Then what else did I do? I had left the washing up of the pots and pans for a week. I was busy doing other things and quite honestly, cleaning is not high on my list of priorities anymore. Been there and done that. And when you become older and have injuries and illness and chronic pain, if you do, you put cleaning way down the list of priorities because it does not bring me joy. And you no sooner do it and it's back again. So it's just a really fruitless activity in my mind. Anyway, so that was the week that was on a shoulder that has already been so heavily used with everything that I do, and I want to do too. One of my classic signs that I'm about to collapse is carb craving. And I see it happen. And do you think I stop? No, because I don't want to. My brain wants to do more than my body allows it. I've got little squawkers out there on the railing. Can you hear them? They've been fed already this morning. Now, the Strucket is an Australian-made product. It's completely BPA-free and fully recyclable, which is great. It is really good for people who have problems with sensitive skin and they are not able to touch rinse water, because what happens is you rinse your garment or your yarn in here, then you lift the strainer like this. It strains out, and then it has its very own little tap just under here. So you put this on the bench top next to your sink. It saves a lot of lifting up and down. And then you just pop the little tap over the sink, open it up, and the rinse water is emptied out without having to lifting heavy water to tip it out yourself. So go and check out their website. I'll pop it here and then down in the description box as well. There is a whole family of Struckets, and I know which one I would like next. You know, I don't too often feel sorry for myself because I am just ecstatic and delighted that I can do any crochet at all, that I can edit and put up any videos at all, and that I can be here with you and we enjoy our lives here together. There's so much to be thankful for. But boy, oh boy, you do it through pain because you want to, and you don't want to just sit down and do nothing for the rest of your life. Couldn't think of anything worse. But the times when I flare up, hit a wall, burn out, whatever you'd like to call it, are the times when I start thinking it's just not fair. However, what is fair? When you step back and think of life in a more global manner, the little things that we feel like aren't fair to us kind of pale into insignificance. But that's not to say that our emotions aren't valid. They are valid because they're our problem. And life is hard because there's so many people that can just do so much, and I really hope that they appreciate that they can do. I guess I compare myself to the people that I shouldn't. I see other YouTubers popping out crochet products and items left, right and centre. I just have to plod along in my slow little manner, and even sometimes that's too fast. So I really appreciate that you stick with me. It's in times like this as well that when you get the comings and going of subscribers, that it actually upsets you a little bit. Normally it doesn't, because you know what it is for what it is. That's the way YouTube works and the online world. People come and people go. And you're lucky enough if you have a wonderful core group of people who stay, who chat, who do things together, who fill our community feed with beautiful products. Not products, projects. You fill our feed with projects to watch, be inspired by, be awed by. I always get so excited because I love seeing you succeed. It's written in the top of my bio, something to the nature of, I'm here to help you to create the project and the patterns that I do, and more. I love to see you go that little bit further and take the basis of what I provide and create something even bigger and better for yourself. It's a really wonderful feeling. So I think that we need to do away with the guilt sometimes that we feel sorry for ourselves, because we're allowed to feel what we feel on an individual level as well as a global scale too, because you can feel both of those things at the same time. They're not separated by anything. They all come from inside of you. There is that saying that there is always someone worse off than you. But you know what? That's not a very helpful saying, really, because just sometimes you want to say, but what about me? What about me? So you know what I do when I get into those phases? I just hang here, I rest as much as I can, I get my massage, slowly but surely things start to improve. And then I have my good time. But while I'm down in the dumps, feeling tired out and exhausted, I just have to let everything go. It's the only way. And you do have to do the big circle of thoughts to come back to a position where you think, all right, this isn't forever. This happens on a regular occasion. Don't worry about it, Jill. You went over the line in the sand. I am not at all good at pacing myself because I want to be like all of you. There's another way of knowing when you've overdone your pain threshold, and that is you become teary. Emotions are directly related to nerve pain because nerves control our emotions. So when things aren't going right in your body and your pain is worse than ever and you're exhausted, you will get teary over things that normally you don't. You don't only have tears about negative or sad things, you get teary about positive things as well, things in your life that are wonderful, and you start getting a bit emotional and thinking, I'm so lucky. You know, I'll have a tear over that one while I'm at it. I might just go ahead and have a tear over this yarn because it's not going to be as yellow as I would like it to be. Do you know what else has upset me? Is I had really wanted to have a whole bunch of yarn dyed so I could do a shop update at about the time when we're going to Townsville. So that's not going to happen. I'm in a state. I'm not going to get it all done in 2 weeks and up online for sale. So that means it will be an end of July shop update, which to me isn't good enough. However, in saying that, I guess we can buy hand-dyed yarn at any time of the year. We can make the item at any time of the year. Then it can be used when the time comes. So that's a bit disappointing. I thought I'd be able to fit one of those in, midwinter. So that also can't be done either. Which leads me to the question. This is something I have been boggling my mind with lately for quite some time. How can I get some help? Now, I don't want to start a big crochet business. I don't want to be like Anya. I don't want to be selling yarn packs, although that would be fun, but a lot of work. I couldn't even keep up with the patterns to make for the yarn packs. Anyway, let me tell you what my ideal situation would be. Okay, can I tell you how I feel about this whole YouTube thing? So after all that, this brings me to the crux of my problems. My problem is I can't do it all on my own. Now, I'm not leaving, I'm not going anywhere. Being here on YouTube is just something so precious and special that I'm not going to give it up, but I need to find ways of managing it. Okay, the issue is my inability to do everything like other normal people do. All right, so I have watched hundreds and hundreds of videos of other makers, other crocheters, other gurus about YouTube, them mostly. What I've discovered is that all of those channels have a team of people around them. They have someone to do the laborious, time-consuming tasks. Now, the issue I have is I am not to a standard yet where I'm earning enough money to pay for those things. All right? So those channels got themselves to that level where they could afford to pay for help. Because I am limited by my health, I am at that stage a whole lot earlier, but not earning the money that is needed to pay for the assistance. So the biggest thing that I would offload is the editing. Editing takes hours and hours and hours. It makes my pain worse. I could offload it to someone because I film in a way as such that it's chronological. So they would be able to put a video together for me in a way that I would be relatively happy with. And I'm sure you can do a little bit of toing and froing to fix things up as to how I would like it. So these editors cost thousands of dollars. At this point in time, I only earn hundreds of dollars, and it's always under 500. Actually, I haven't even hit 500. 450 is my biggest for a month. So I can't afford to be taking money out of our personal finances to pay for an editor to keep me going on here. So that brings me to where I'm at. It means that I need to have the patience to grow my channel enough so that I can then afford an editor. And if I could afford an editor, I would be just so happy to offload that task. I'd be able to get more achieved, and I'd be able to be more of my better self, because I think my channel deserves my better self, not my flailing self. It would be more restful for me and far more enjoyable too. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but it can be a struggle for me with my pain and my exhaustion. So therein lies my problem. I don't know what to do. I guess I need to just give myself a big pep talk and tell myself to have patience. The thing is, a YouTube channel will push your patience to the absolute limit. It's not something that you can go into and expect everything to flow nicely, happily, and easily. It is a lot of work, and it is very fulfilling work. I love the fact that I have finally got a job, and I'm calling this a job. It's my career that I loved, the one that I never got before. I kind of treat it like a job because it's my everything. I'm thinking about it all the time. I'm doing things for it all the time. And I just need to offload some of the work. So all I can do is again tell myself to be patient. Somehow I need to build my channel up enough so that I can earn enough money to then pay an editor. I'm happy if I earn no extra money. I just want someone to edit those videos for me and make my life a whole lot easier. So if I was to earn enough to pay an editor and not have any left over, that would be okay, because eventually it would build up again and I would be able to get some left over, and that way I can pay for the equipment and pay for some yarn and things like that. So I know you don't have any answers, but I think I just needed a debrief. I just needed to tell you where my head was at, what was going on, why I'm so exhausted again. I'd love to hear from you if you have a YouTube channel and you're feeling much the same way. It's hard work. It is hard, but it is extremely rewarding too. Much more than my nursing career ever was. So there's my issue. I've had 2 supposed gurus tell me that I need to change my thumbnails. Now, you know what? I looked at other people's thumbnails, and the way mine is very simple, but it stands out because it's not like everybody else's. It's how I want it to be, and if you look at Sisters in Stitch, Tess does a similar thing. She has a picture on the side, words on the other side. There was someone else who was a lovely crocheter who has a similar sort of thumbnail. I don't think it's the thumbnails, because I have seen thumbnails of a guy in his daggiest clothes with a few words, and the whole photo is just him, and this man has 100,000 subscribers. So I feel like it's more than just my thumbnails. Maybe it's what I'm creating. Do I need to start thinking about creating different things? Because what I've been doing is trying to make things that suit both of us. I haven't dived into YouTube because I want to create a crochet business and I'm just going to make things for what all the audience wants. I'm doing it more in a togetherness manner. I'm trying to create projects that I want to create that I know that you will want to create as well. Okay? That's the way I am managing things, you know. So I thought that would be a win-win for everyone. I have not joined up YouTube to hone straight into all the trends and making the things that are popular. I don't actually suit the popular gang because my analytics have told me earlier on I had all age groups, but now, and I think this is a great thing, my analytics tell me that the people who watch my channel are from 45 years onwards. And that's perfect because that's what I am. That's where I'm at in life, and that's where we can relate to each other. I don't need to be doing trendy things. I need to be doing things that people of our age group enjoy. So in conclusion to this whole chat that we've had together this morning, I can see now I have to be patient. I have to wait until such time that I grow my channel even more so that I can afford to pay someone to edit my videos and then go from there. Things will be a whole lot easier when I can offload the editing. It will save my nerve pain so much, and then I can crochet more. So it's a win-win. And then reassess what sort of things I make. But up until that point, I would love it if you have any ideas of what you would like me to do, or is there anything you would like me to change? Is there anything that stands out to you that you think I could change? Throw some ideas at me if you've got any, because I'd love to hear them. When you're doing all of this, it's very solo. I'm not talking about the interaction that we have, but just me producing this whole channel. You only have yourself really to talk to about it. And I don't feel like changing my thumbnails is going to be the be-all and end-all, the major epiphany that a lot of the gurus will say. I don't think that at all. I am open to any ideas or suggestions that you may have. If you've got a channel, are you feeling the same way? Do you feel a bit lonely with it? I'm not lonely in the way of I have you here, my friends, but I'm lonely in the aspect of running a YouTube channel. I'd love someone who would say, Jill, try this. Jill, do you want to try that? Jill, you're going all right. You know, just someone to bounce off would be wonderful. That's where I'm at the moment. I didn't realise till we were speaking this morning and I came all the way back round to here that my mind has been consumed in the near past with how do I get around managing all of this work. So that's where things are at. How do I improve my channel so I can make more money, so I can pay an editor? That is the $1 million question. And I think that is what I'm searching and looking in every corner to answer my own question. I guess I just have to wait till things happen naturally. And there's that patience thing again. Patience is a very, very difficult virtue. I feel like I'm pretty patient for the speed that I have to go through to do every aspect of running this channel. But yet it's still not enough patience. I need more patience. But I wouldn't mind just a little bit of a helping hand sometimes. So I'll pop back over and finish off the dyeing. Give it a wash, give it a rinse, hang it out, and hope that the colours are going to be a-okay for my little man's blanket, and I can keep moving forward on that one. It feels like a climb to base camp at Everest. It is slow going, and I think that's not been helping my situation either. I feel like once I get that one completed, that will be a whole load off my shoulders. What do you reckon? Yeah, I'm going to head off and finish dyeing this yarn. I really appreciate that you're so kind and patient with me. I don't want you to think that I'm ungrateful for you at all, because I'm not. I'm grateful for where things are at. It's just with my health problems, I need that help that other channels have, but I need it earlier than what they were able to achieve it. You know what I mean? They got the help because they were at the point in time where they earned enough money. But I need the help because I have health problems that are holding me back. So somehow I'll have to find out a way of working smarter, not harder. Don't know. Let's see what happens. I've put it out there to the universe now. It can just think about things for a while until it comes back and helps me. And I'll let you know when it does. Righto, everybody. See you later on, and take lots of care. Bye for now.